When we take a look at the Sherbrooke Phoenix, we are looking at a team that was expected by many to be among the top in the QMJHL this season, and thus far they've delivered on just that. Really all starts with the top line of Sam Poulin, Felix Robert, and Alex-Olivier. Sam Poulin was already great, and he's like a different player altogether after coming back from Pittsburgh Penguins training camp with a contract in his pocket. Also, the Phoenix have seen the progression of some high picks that are becoming good secondary scorers and will be the core of the franchise down the road, like Bailey Peach and Patrick Gay. And keep in mind, this is an explosive offense, despite the fact that Benjamin Tardif has only played 3 games this year. Last season, he had 23 goals. Their power play has been unbelievable, scoring on almost 1/3 of all opportunities. Obviously, that's not going to sustain throughout the season, but nice to see thus far. Interesting that their gamble on import goaltender Samuel Hillavy seems to be working out nicely thus far as well. Gregory Kreitzer, an underrated pickup on the blue line. He's getting it done on both ends of the ice. Bit of a no-name defense there in Sherbrooke, but you have Yann-Felix, a 20-year-old who's pretty steady back there as well. There was a concern that this Sherbrooke team perhaps wasn't as good as the teams in the Eastern Conference, perhaps inflated playing against competition in the West, but it's worth noting that this team has beat Chicoutimi this year, and they split 2 games with Rimouski. You look at their Maritime trip, they lost in overtime to Moncton, but rebounded with a win in Cape Breton. Having called that game, it was interesting to see the top line dominate in the early portion of the game. Then the Eagles were able to shut them down, but credit to the Phoenix, a deep team. The secondary scoring stepped up to produce the victory. There's no doubt this team could be a contender this year to win it all. Will they decide to go all in, given that they have pieces that could win next year as well? Well, only time will tell.